My name is Jan Steinhauser. I'm working at Braun since 2015, and since 1.5 years, I'm the business project lead for Connect 3D, as we call our internal project to bring CAX data into 3D experience platform.
My name is Annika Euler. I'm working at Braun since 1.5 years now. I'm an in-house consultant and I'm working in the same project as the project lead IT.
Okay, so and we will give you today a quick overview over a tool or widget we called CAD-Cockpit. So you will see more details, of course, during the presentation. As a starter, of course, I will just give you a very quick overview over Braun. So we have quite some history, as you already saw in the seen in the introduction picture. We are active in healthcare. We do medical technology, and as mentioned, we have quite some history with 180 years of existence. And of course, this history is also very challenging if you want to introduce PLM. And as you can also see, we're quite a big company with around 66,000 employees worldwide, with active in more than 64 countries. And we have a quite big range of products, where I just want to give you a very, if you could please switch to the next slide, a very quick overview of what we do. And yeah, as you can see, we really pretty much cover most things someone needs in hospital or also outside of the hospital. So as you can see on the lower side, on the lower left side, we are active in orthopedic surgery, so for hip and spine implants, knee implants. We've got implants for neurosurgery. Then, of course, we have all the surgical tools in our portfolio you need for implanting such implants. And additional to that, also we have we do dialysis machines, so extracorporeal blood treatment. We have infusion pumps in our portfolio. So this is they were shown on the image of the introduction slide. And also, I think if you watch TV during the last 2 years, then you very likely you've seen one of our products, because especially the infusion pumps are very important in intensive care units. So it's quite a big portfolio, and of course also this is then quite challenging, this big variance of products, to bring them into a PLM system. Okay, and we want to give you today a quick overview on how we used the structure browser. So what is our starting point? So we do medical devices, and we have quite high requirements when it comes to distribution of 3D models and drawings. And therefore we had the need, of course, for stamping PDFs, for stamping drawings with attributes. And we had the need and the requirement to do that on demand, so it's that the user can generate the PDF if needed. And we've checked then, so we have a vendor for the PDF generation. We have a third-party tool here in use, but this vendor could not provide us this functionality. So we had to find another solution. And while looking for that solution, then we come across the structure browser, because with the structure browser we could very easily implement this functionality, this somehow button to provide a PDF on demand. And yeah, when we've introduced then this functionality, we saw that there are more possibilities that we can use with the structure browser.
Yes, then I will take over from here. So as already mentioned by Jan, we found out that the structure browser will give us much more possibilities to implement new ideas for the user experience. So we heard about the possibility that we can combine different functionalities inside of this structure browser. And what we did is we started an analysis with our pilot users and designers. And yeah, here you can see the results. So what we did is we talked to the pilot users and asked them, what is your main work that you do in one day? So what functions do you need? What are you doing? And there we found out on the right side, you can see the tasks. They have to explore structures, for example, create change actions, things like that. And then we had a look at the system and had a look at which widgets are necessary to fulfill those tasks. And you can see here, even though there are not that much tasks that will be done in one day, they have to work in different widgets and change the widgets during the day. So what we did then is we filled our backlog with all this information and said, okay, would it be possible to bring those functions inside our CAD-Cockpit? And then if we go to the next slide. Yeah, so the first outcome of our analysis was that the processes will be slowed down because, as already mentioned, you have to switch the widgets a lot. You have to move around with your data inside of the platform. And we also found out that this circumstances reduces the user acceptance a little bit because users said, I have to use 3 widgets to do one task. So then we filled our backlog and we started step by step. And this is the current picture that we have at the moment. We were able to bring all those functions that are available here, all those tasks inside of the CAD-Cockpit. So at the moment, a designer can use the CAD-Cockpit inside of the platform as his starting point or entry point into the platform and fulfill a lot of tasks directly from here. So what we did was we were able to speed up our processes, and the pilot users that we talked to in the beginning also gave us the feedback that this is helping a lot because all the main tasks are now in one view. They have this as an interface, and for now they were really happy with this. And yeah, we prepared a small demo in which we would like to show you what we can already do with the CAD-Cockpit.
Should I run it?
As you can.
Sure. No.
As you can see, we start with an empty tab inside of the 3DX platform. So we will go to the compass and search for the widget CAD-Cockpit to edit via drag and drop. Now we can search for a physical product and also use the drag and drop to add it to the CAD-Cockpit. The structure will be analyzed immediately, and you can also expand the whole structure by using the button Expand All. You can also see that all the 2D drawings which are available within the structure will be shown here. Inside of the CAD-Cockpit, we are using different tabs to organize the available information. I want to show you 2 examples here. One of the tabs is called All Drawings, and it will show only the drawings which are available within the structure. And then we also have the Details tab, which will provide additional information of the top node within the CAD-Cockpit. And it is also possible to edit some of the attributes here. Let's go back to the Structure tab. Here you can see that we are using different columns which will provide information as assigned EIN or status of all the data within the structure. In case of the attribute intended application, we also have the possibility to change it for some or all physical products within the structure. In this example, we will assign the value tooling to all the physical products. Next possibility that CAD-Cockpit offers is that you can drag and drop the physical product from here to other widgets, such as collaborative lifecycle to change the maturity state. As soon as you switch back to the CAD-Cockpit, the view will be updated and you can see the changed maturity state directly. Now, if we wait for a short time, we will see the next advantage of the CAD-Cockpit. The PDF, which has been generated after the status change, will be shown and can be opened from here directly. You can see that it contains a watermark with the current maturity state. It is also possible to trigger a PDF on demand directly from the CAD-Cockpit. You just have to click on the button. I will do this here for both of the remaining drawings, and then we have to wait for a few seconds to see the result. As you can see, the PDF on demand will show a watermark with the maturity state in work. The newest feature we added to the CAD-Cockpit is the possibility to create or assign change actions directly out of this view. This can be done for one physical product or for more than one via a multi-select. Here you can see how I will generate a change action for two of the physical products. After the creation, we can see that the assigned change action will be shown in one of the columns, and you can also click on the information to see more details. Another feature that our stakeholders asked for is the possibility to download native files. If you select one of the physical products, in this case a 3D, and use the function Export Native Files, the file will be exported in the background and saved to a local folder on the server. The user will have read access to this folder and will be able to copy the data from here. If you use a 2D drawing as input for this function, it will also export the linked 3D file, so that it will be possible to open the export in a local environment. This function is mainly used for downstream purposes. That's the current state that we have at the moment.
That was very interesting. Can you share with us some insights from the implementation of this CAD-Cockpit, how it was?
Sure, we can do this. So actually we had, let's say, mainly one contact at TECHNIA for this topic. And I have to say it was really a great cooperation because he also brought in his own experience and his own ideas. And in case of any issue or hurdles that we were facing in between, he always came up with different solutions or contacted the TECHNIA R&D directly to find solutions for our needs. So it was really a constructive collaboration, and I think it already led to a great output here.
That's great. And can you estimate? Do you know what was the effort behind this? Because it looks very complex at the end.
So all in all, with all the discussions involved, doing different proof of concepts, demonstrating different UI configurations. Because as Annika already mentioned, Marian, the colleague from TECHNIA, who really did a very great job here. It was a very constructive collaboration, and he basically took care of everything. And so all in all, it was about 15 weeks of working to implement all those functionalities step by step, including, as mentioned, all those other activities that come with setting up something like that. And also what was also very good, so if you found issues, maybe a bug also that need to be fixed by TECHNIA R&D, then also the collaboration here was, so it was everything very quick. So if there was a bug, then we got a fix very quickly, and we could continue the work. So this was really a very, very positive example for collaboration with all involved partners, team members.
And how do you see the value for the users of having this cockpit?
So from my point of view, it was really the enabler to bring the first users into the platform, because the first user used SAP PLM for 15 years. And then we've asked them to use a completely new system. And of course, everything is different. And then as Annika introduced, it was quite complex for them with all the widgets. And with CAD-Cockpit, we could centralize already most of the activities they have, and also fix some issues with the current 3DX user interface. So it improved the user experience a lot. And as mentioned, I think we really can say it was the enabler to bring first users into the platform. I think without that, we would have had a lot of discussions to move them to the platform, because it's a big change for, of course, every user, especially if they have 15 years in the legacy system.
Perfect. Thank you very much for sharing this story.